I thought I'd show you guys this. Not much in the way of rides though. I don't know what's up around here. But anyways, I'll get back with you. Maybe I'll catch a ride while I'm back out there. And there you have it, folks. Page is 927 miles. Gray Mountain, I don't know if that's a town or not, it's 36 miles. I'll get back with you. I'm gonna try my hand at hitchhiking here. I'll let you know what goes on. Oh, we're on Highway 89 North. But check this out. Chimney sweeper. As long as that building right there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello folks, this is Scott with Life of a Traveler. Well, getting kind of late start. It's like almost 3, and that's why I'm finally getting on a break. I've been walking a ways, but I'm still in Flagstaff. I got up this morning, looked at Google Maps. I wasn't too sure about the direction I had to begin with, and they started me off in the wrong direction. And there's all kinds of Forest Service roads where there's no traffic, no nothing. So I decided to sit to the library and do some more research. Then I stopped and ate something. So from Flagstaff to South Dakota Sioux Falls, these are my directions. I'm going to go ahead, and that's where we're headed now. We're looking for a Highway East 89. We'll be on that for a bit. And that's going to take me to Highway East 160. And we'll be on that. We get into Colorado. And then Walsenburg, I change onto a road called East 10. And that's to the Junta, I think. L-A. Junta, J-U-N-T-A. And that's Highway East 50. And then I'm going to go on to Highway North 385. And that'll take me into Nebraska. And the North Highway 385 until I bump into East Highway 30. Now I'll stay on Highway 30 until I get North Highway 77. And Highway 77 will take me directly into Sioux Falls. So I'll get back with you guys. There's more to tell you about, but other than that, that's all I got going on. I'll kind of turn it around. I got something I was able to get. Thankfully for today's start, I was able to get a gallon of water, as you can see. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright folks, we're not much luck getting a ride, but we're probably going to get to see this. The only problem I got now is I'm having to take a detour. That road's closed. If I take it, I'm afraid I'm going to run into the construction, so I'm not going to do that. I'll see you guys around. Alright folks, check this out. Just sitting here eating breakfast. Check this out over here. See if I can zoom in it though. Neat area, but it's tough to get through. I have not had a ride yet. I'll get back with you guys. Hey folks, it's me again. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, sir, but I caught a ride. Took me pretty far. Dragon Mountain or something like that's where I'm at. And from the looks of it, the only thing I see here is this gas station I'm standing in front of. Restaurant across the street, they look closed, I think. There's a hotel, it looks like some kids, it looks like something out of Slab City. Lots of artwork on it. These people that draw and stuff, I don't understand why they just don't sell artwork. Pretty good artwork. But the guy that gave me a ride gave me fruit. I'm also about 30 miles, I guess. I had to ask the guy at the gas station how far I had to go that Highway 160 because I got to go east. So we're about 30-something miles away from where I need to be from 160, and then we'll start going east until I bump to the next highway. But I'll see you guys on another one. Alright, show you what I'm talking about. There's a gas station right there. That motel. Now we're not going to linger there. I'll get a little bit closer. There's all kinds of no trespass signs, so I'm not going to go in there and record everything. But there we are. It was called Anasazin, Anasazin. They gave me some water. Some guy gave me $2. I thought he gave me 3. So I went for Mountain Dew for caffeine. Started getting Mountain Dew back, and the guy at the gas station, don't worry about it. So I got Mountain Dew, some caffeine. There's the restaurant. I'm gonna try to zoom in on that. Oh, put my water bottle down. Let these trucks go by. But back that way. Or the whole place, I kid you not. All types of artwork on them. If I could draw like that or paint like that, I'd be trying to sell artwork. But guys, I'm gonna get down this road and hopefully I'll get another ride. I tried to stand with my thumb out for about a minute, didn't catch nothing, so I'm just gonna start walking. Check this out, folks. I've seen the Four Corners before. Next state for me is gonna be Colorado. There's Arizona right there, Utah's above it, but I'll be going east over to Colorado. See you guys on the next one. Alright folks, people are getting friendly. I caught a second ride. Try and find internet and let people know I'm okay, but I'm not much luck with that. A Burger King over there, so hopefully they'll have something over there. But anyways, I'll get back with you guys. Still around, still alive. Second ride. I'm about, I think he said 11, 12 miles from 160. And I'll start heading east on 160. Alright, so I caught a second ride. Got me here. Right now I'm sitting in a Burger King. And then there were some people working behind the building here. I asked him if I could work for him. He said he'd get me something to eat. I thought he meant for Burger King, because that's kind of what like there's a Burger King right here, and I wouldn't mind having something besides what I've been in my backpack. He gave me food from his truck. I'm hoping they don't mind me sitting here eating it. There's like, we are in the Southwest, there's lots of, I'm not going to be able to, so I'll be extra food. There's no way I'm eating that whole thing. I don't know what this is. Oh, it looks like soup. Turn you guys around here. Let me zoom out. Yeah, soup. Looks like some beef, broccoli. Hopefully not too spicy. I know these Southwestern people like their spicy. So I'll see you guys on the next one. I might be on 160 East, who knows? By today or tonight, whichever. Alright, well there you have it. That's how far 160 is. I'll be going east. Get back with you. Alright, little Colorado River. It's over there somewhere. We'll look for it. Grab my water jug. Oh. I'm not sure how many more miles we got to 160. The sign said 16 more miles. There's something right there. I'm not sure what this is. A pipe going through there. I don't think you'll walk there. I've seen gates. I'm not seeing no water. It might be completely dried out. I heard the weather while I was eating in Burger King. And they said the wind was like a blow dryer effect. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna suck some stickers. Yeah, there ain't no water here. I mean, done. I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, caught a third ride. I'm in Tuba City on 160, headed east. eventually I'll get to Colorado, over into Washingtonburg, I believe is the name of the place where I change highways again. Anyways, I'll get back with you. I'm just sitting at Sonic resting, getting some caffeine in me. Who knows, the rides keep up like this. Hopefully I'll end up in Colorado by tonight. Who knows? Hello. This is day 3. I'm outside Kenta, Arizona. Made it here last night. I caught 4 rides last night, so I was doing pretty good with that one. But I'm going to turn you around and kind of show you the area I'm in and where I slept at. Let you guys see that. That's basically where I slept. As you can see, it was near the highway. There are no woods to sleep in, so I just kind of had to choose a spot. There's this area too. I'll try to zoom in here. As you can see by the fence. Hey, guy, tell me this is Navajo reservation right here. I probably could have crawled over the fence, but I don't want to take my chances. Plus, I only got one pair of pants and I'm wearing them. Barbed wire above there. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't know where you guys can see there were some horses there. They weren't running, they stopped right there. Trying to catch them while they were running. Hopefully you guys see them and how kind of breaks them to get them. See you on the next one. Alright folks, I managed to put down some miles today. I caught a ride. I'm in Monticello, Utah. It kind of took me away from the highway I was on, but I'll be getting back on it. I got about 17 more miles, 17.2 miles, basically 17 more miles. And I'm back in, I'll be in Colorado. I'll be back on 160. So, the next time I'm looking for, since I found my pad, I got some kids that are coming in the park. I am going to be getting back on 160. I got to get on this highway here, 491, I believe, there's a sign right there, 491, takes you back that way, so I'll be in South Colorado. And I'm basically back on Highway 160, and I'll be looking for Washingtonburg. I have to find Road 10, because 160 jumps on the interstate, and we all know I can't be on the interstate. So I'm going to eat my apple here and get out of here. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Alright, check this out, guys. I'm in Cortez, Colorado. I was in, what's it called? I said on one of the videos, I was in Utah. I finally made it to Colorado. Kind of glad I got out of Utah. My last ride was tame, but the last ride before that wasn't so tame. But I'm still alive, so we're doing good. I'll tell the story in a different video. I gotta get out and find a place to go sleep. That's what I gotta do. It's getting to be dark. I gotta make this quick. My battery's about dead. This is day 4. I'm somewhere in Colorado. I forgot the name of this rinky-dink town. It has a Burger King back this way, and I might go back to it so I can charge my phone. There are a few things I gotta get for my backpack and some coffee in me because I got some money. I had like 2 different people sent me a 20. I got a ride from a woman in the dark of all things. To the woman out there, if you're going to do that, just be careful. We're not all bad, but we're not all friendly either. But anyways, I gotta get down the road, see what I can find around here. Hopefully a change of shirts. Alright folks, just a quick update. As some of y'all know, I'm hitchhiking from Flagstaff to South Dakota. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is where I'm going. Meet a friend of mine I've known for a couple of years, or for a few years. We're both YouTubers. And I'm Life of the Traveler on my YouTube channel, and he's SD Mountain Man on his YouTube channel. So go check out his YouTube channel. He's got some cool videos out there. He's also on TikTok, but I think he's got more on YouTube than he does TikTok. And unlike me, I think he's got Facebook. I know he's got, or does he have Instagram? Now I can't remember if he has Instagram. I got Instagram. I'm Scott Emery on Instagram. And let me get this one out of the way. If you want to buy with Scott here some coffee, I do have a Cash App that is connected to this channel. Go check this out, please. I love coffee. It wakes me up. And gives me the energy to keep going too. For you guys on TikTok, I'm not able to get it to be a clickable thing, but my Cash App username's right there. So if you got Cash App, that'd be appreciated. Like I said, I love coffee. But anyways, here's the update. So far, the rides have been pretty good. Once I was way outside Flagstaff, basically on that little reservation, the rides got great. Very friendly people on the reservation. It took me a minute because Flagstaff is Flagstaff, and I'm never going through there again, like I'd say about it. It was a tough state to get, tough place to get out in the first place. Everybody seems to have the nose up in the air over there. So I just kind of like, whatever, I'm finished with Flagstaff this time around. First 2 times it was kind of tough, but it's gotten tougher. So, once I was still in Arizona, and I was able to get out 160 through rides. I took 89 at first. I didn't follow the Google directions. I kind of had to look at a map. And the reason being, Google directions already had me going the wrong direction, and they had me going on 4 service roads. I don't mind through hikes, but I'm not a through hiker to begin with. I gotta make sure I can eat, which means I want to stay close to towns. I know a little bit about foraging, but I don't enough to want to go out there and do that kind of thing. Plus, this backpack is awful. I'm hoping it makes it to South Dakota. It's starting to fall apart on me. As long as it don't get too big of a hole with it, or rip, or the strap falls off, I'm not sure what's going to happen first, but hopefully it waits until I meet the person I'm meeting here. Because he's got a backpack and a little bit of stuff waiting on me. So I get to 160. Hitchhiked to 160 for a few days. I got some rides, mind you. And anyways, in fact, this is my 4th day into it. 160, of course. I get picked up. The guy says I can get you closer to Colorado, but it means I'm gonna get you up to the Utah. And I was like, cool, I've been in Utah before. It's kind of a tough state to get out once you're in it, but especially if you're hitchhiking. He goes, I can understand that. You still want to go? And I said, yes, especially get me closer to Colorado. And he did. Cortez, Colorado was the next place I was after. But I was in Utah filming it, not getting no rides, mind you. I finally caught a short distance ride. Basically, he was going home. All it amounted to was maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 blocks at most. And I thanked him. I was like, I'll take what I can get. Short distance rides included. I've been given a ride to the next street. That's how far that person got me that one time. I was like, cool. But anyways, I went on. And another guy pulls over, and I did what I normally do. Said hi, he didn't say nothing. Went for his back door and pulled it, and I thought he forgot to unlock. He said no. I was like, no, why did you stop then? And it kind of caught me off guard, and that's what kind of flew out of my mouth. I mean, I'm tired, which makes me kind of irritable at times. And I probably sounded tired and irritable. It was hot outside too, so that doesn't help matters either. And anyways, he, you'll have to excuse me, I'm in a recreational center here. That's where I took my shower at. But anyways, and also I'm currently in Durango, Colorado. About 300-something miles away from Flagstaff. If you look on Google, that's what Google says. If you look on Google Maps, it says 200-something miles. So take your pick. I'm sticking on 300-something miles. I trust Google more than I do Google Maps. They know it's the same thing. You know what I'm talking about. I Googled it. And then I Googled it on Google Maps. And I don't trust Google Maps for nothing. But anyways, I wish these kids would stop screaming. That'd be nice. And concentrate on this video. But anyways, he kind of looked at me. He acted like I thought he was acting like he wanted me for a ride. And you guys know me, I don't beg for nothing. So I walked off. He pulls up, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't have $5 to give you. And I went on. I was done with it. I was like, you're wanting $5 I don't have for gas, man. I'm sorry, but it's time for me to get down there. I'm trying to get out of Utah. It's hot. I just want to get into Colorado. Well, he didn't like that, and he basically threatened to stop me. He knew when I let him yell. I just kept on walking. As long as he don't try to lay hands on me, we're all right. So I tried thumbing it some more as I'm walking. Turned around, heard the car, didn't think nothing of it. which I gotta start looking back because I found a few cops too doing that when I heard them pulling up behind me, and they just kept on going. Thankfully, they didn't mess with me. I think it's really what the state police you gotta deal with when you really stick out your thumb on the cops. But I saw whose car it was he pulled. I thought, man, this man is trying to mess with me. I really hope he don't want to fight with me. But instead of doing that, he basically said, "Come on, man." And I'm like, okay. So I open his door. I go in and tell him, he's explaining himself. Like, I took something on you that I had no right to do it, and I apologize. Apparently, he had done some work when he was supposed to get paid a lot of money that day, and he didn't. And so he has really no money to give me a ride. But because he felt bad, he gave me a ride. And I apologized on walking off. I told him, like, honestly, I thought you wanted me to beg for that ride, and I don't beg. He goes, I can understand that, 'cause I don't beg for shit either. He was kind of a rough individual. Like, he told me his life story, been in prison, whatnot, been in some trouble. I'm not going to really describe it too much to him, but he basically gave me his number after we got to where he could take me. And said, if you ever need anything, you're back through these parts, you just call him. He gave me his number. And that was cool. So after all that, it turned out it was pretty cool. I mean, he made me nervous at first. After he explained it, because I threw my backpack in the back section. Left the door open, but he acted like he was going to take off the door open. I went to grab my stuff, and it turns out he was just trying to get more over. And as he was talking, I realized, yeah, he was rough around the edges, but he was a cool dude. Once you got over that, didn't scare me too bad along the way. His driving was kind of not too erratic. He was having a couple beers, probably more than a couple, but he wasn't drunk. Probably buzzed the most, but it calmed him down, so I was like, whatever. And he was trying to hold even in minutes. I gotta do the speed limit. I've been drinking. I gotta open the container. He offered me something like no, and I joked around. I don't need to be tips on the side of the road on an empty stomach, and I get in traffic doing it. He laughed at me, but he got me to the next town. So I'm walking. I got me some water there at the gas station. They've been pretty friendly about water and gas station no matter where I'm at. They either got a sink, or sometimes at those fountains, they have at their aerator, maybe their fruit punch, and get some water out. I asked them discolored water because I actually got the fruit punch. I had a flavored drink. And I was like, cool, nice to have flavor into the water, but I didn't mean to. No one said anything, just a little bit. So I hit it a couple of times. So I figured out how not to hit it. But he did tattoos too. I want you to look how dry my arms are for the sun. My ears kind of caught it too, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm very dry. I'm gonna get some lotion or something. I had some got rid of it, I never used lotion. One thing about it, you guys remember how far my stomach stuck out? It's still sticking out not as far as it was. I've lost some weight, which is what I was after. And I can walk for miles now without going. I think I'm dying. I still keep a slow pace, just kind of pace myself. There's no sense of being hurried, falling over a heart attack. I'm 49 after all. But so far, everything's great. With that, with my health and everything, besides dry skin. So he got me to where I needed to be. I'm rambling here, sorry. But he got me where I needed to be at the time. I'm still not in Cortez, Colorado, but now I'm in Colorado through that ride. And that's when he gave me the number. I was at the gas station. He tore off a piece of paper, and like I said, he goes, if you're ever through this area again, just give me a call. And I'll hook you up. And I was like, cool. But anyways, parted ways. And then a gentleman gave me a ride. I think it was the older gentleman. He got me into Cortez. I sat at a gas station, had a couple peanut butter sandwiches, got bread and peanut butter. Well, I got peanut butter now. I got different food in my bag. I didn't put no bread in there this time around. And I was able to do that because some lady asked me how I was doing. I said, great. She asked me if I needed anything. I said, not really. And I was thinking, if you got some old hot dogs, I wouldn't mind having that. I can keep that for a while. Before it goes bad on me because they're already cooked. And anyways, I teased her, unless you got a shower beside that gas station, I really don't need anything. She laughed at me. She took the trash dumpster and then slipped me a 20. And I must have sat there for God knows how long, people just staring at me while I'm just resting. And I finally got out of there. I was there for like an hour or two, to the point that I should have left a long time ago. It was starting to get dark. Well, I had to get on the wrong side of the road. But before I did, I ran into another one. Some native dude wearing nothing but black in the dark on the side of the road. Maybe he should have been on the other side, because I did that eventually where you can see the cars coming. And that's what I do when it gets dark. When I'm walking in the dark, I'm getting on the other side. That way I can see what's coming. They want to swerve, at least I see it coming. I can at least try to get out of the way. But he has back turned and did that number real quick to the car. And I'm like, you're never going to catch a ride doing that. When I turn around, I stick my arm right out there and I throw my thumb out. And they know what I want when I'm doing it. This guy was just, I'm like, yeah, you're not going to catch a ride doing that. It's better to turn around for those that never hitchhiked. Go ahead and throw out your thumb. Put on your best looking face. Try not to look too mean. I do kind of have look to me, according to people. And if you can smile, smile. I usually don't smile too much, so. I do, but I don't show my teeth. They're not in the best of shape, so I just don't show my teeth. But anyways, next thing I know is I did eventually have to go on the wrong side of the road. Looking for a place that did get dark on me. It was getting dark. And some lady, she gets in that lane on my shoulder, facing me. And my first thought was, what are you doing? And how much trouble am I in? I didn't know what was going on. And she rolled down her windows. I had no choice but to approach the car. And she rolled down her window and asked me if we needed a ride. I was like, it's dark outside, that's being a woman, but yeah, no, I'm harmless, but I was kind of surprised by it. And she got me into some rinky-dink town with one gas station that does not sell road atlas for nothing. And I was after road atlas at the time. I didn't find this out until morning. The gas station was one of the gas stations that does close during nighttime. Anyhow, she gave me a 20. She tried to give me a melted ice cream thing. And I was melting so bad I kept it in the pack, sitting in that car for a while. And I got my beard. I was doing this before I put on my pants. She laughed at me. But religious me. She asked me what kind of music I like. I said, it's about anything. And I think I mentioned some people being religious that raised me, especially my mom. And anyhow, that's what she did on religious music, kind of rock and roll stuff. Because I like anything. I like Rob Zombie's on his music, depending on what it is. I think he asked something about killing somebody. It got a bit a little too much with the killing somebody. I'm not into that. And I said rap. Again, it depends on what the rap. I do not call this sex and the drugs that go with rap. So I basically don't listen to rap. If it's gangsta or sexual, I just don't listen to it. Their sex life is none of my business. That's how I feel about when I have to get to listen to rap and people are this and that. Like, I don't care. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I keep on rambling about things. But basically, by the time I was done, I thought I was a big U2 fan. She said, who? I said, U2. You know, Bones, Edge, Adam, Larry, the drummer, the leader of the band. Anyway, she knew who I was talking about, but not a big fan of her, and I seem to be the only one who likes U2. So, she got me down the road into that rinky-dink town. Got in front of the gas station. And now I'm looking for a place to sleep. I didn't sleep too far away. There was a fire department half filled. And I was surrounded by trees. So I was able to get in the trees and that filled with tall grass and stay hidden. I think I saw somebody get me up this morning, but they didn't do nothing if they did see me. There was a truck. Man standing there, and I thought he was going to walk towards me. He got back in the truck and took off. So I don't know where he wasn't supposed to be there. He just didn't care that I was there. I made a point to get out of there after that. I was like, I don't know if he was causing trouble and I wasn't a part of it, or he just was there because he was supposed to be there, but whichever, I'm getting out of here. I didn't go too far. Had got $40. I went to a store that was next door where I was at. Got some more food from my backpack. Got $40 real quick. It did. I got down my last $2 because of it. Then went back to the. I still had a little bit of money, though, more than $2 when I went back to that gas station. I closed there at nighttime. That's the day I rode that Atlas. we don't sell those. Alright, the only gas station in this town you guys don't sell road atlas on this busy road. So I took off hitchhiking. Wouldn't get no rides. It was to the point where I was taking breakfast still on my phone. And this old man with all kinds of stories. I mean, he was definitely an old timer. He was discussing back how it was when he was a kid. He goes, "This used to be a dirt road you're on." I can remember spending time with my grandfather and my great-grandfather both. And we spent time in these mountains, and you can't do that no more without having to worry about being trespassing. In fact, he told me, that was his grandfather, great-grandfather that owned $800 acres worth of land. And he goes, the only part I can remember is right where that building is. They used to not be there. My grandfather didn't put up that building. And you can see what's took over this business and apartments and whatnot. And I said, yeah, times were changing. And he kind of looked at me. I could tell he didn't like the times were changing. And he was one of those, he kind of reminded me of Chris Starkson. He had that nice look to him, but he smoked. So I figured if he's going forward there, at least he's enjoying life doing it. He goes, I'm getting tools. I forgot to, he'd already left the ring, but he forgot some tools. And that's the only reason he was going back to the ring. He saw me, he goes, it's too hot to walk out there. But I can't believe you're walking. And he admitted he tried to ride a bicycle himself. And he was on 10 speed. I had my brother come back and pick me up with a good handle. And I said, yeah, I used to try doing a bike with all the flat tires in the world. And the uphill will kill you. But basically, I'm pushing the bike uphill, or I'm pushing it because I got a flat tire. I got tired of it and went back to hitchhiking. So, like I said, I'm currently in Durango because he did get me here, dropped me off at McDonald's. Also, I got a backpacking dog. He went inside the same McDonald's. It did not have a place to charge my phone. But then I also bought myself breakfast to save on the travel food while I'm out in the middle of nowhere. It's like I normally do. There is no such thing as dollar menu no more. I think I can get a dollar soda at Burger King, which I might do. I was going to go to the library, but I think I got a picture that day that my last ride, or last night, I left my notepad. I went to the library in Flagstaff, looked at the map I got discussed with Google Maps, and I found they had a current map, 2016 map, or I'm sorry, 2026 map. And I was like, cool. So I wrote down my own directions, like 89 north, 160 east. Of course, that side trip to Utah, which it bit me closer, but I was able to get back 160. And I remember parts of it, but I don't remember the whole thing. But stupid me, because I was tired. And I was showing her what town I was actually going to change highways next. Onto a state road, I believe, or some kind of road, road 10, I don't know. It didn't say what it was, it said 10. It didn't, you know the markers and maps for U.S. highways and interstates. And sometimes those roads have circles. This one didn't have it, it just said 10. So it might be a dirt road. And the only reason I'm taking that 160 in that particular town, I cannot remember the name to it right at the moment. It takes me over into the Junta. And I think I have to get back on 160 yet? No. I changed highways, but I don't remember. If I can find a way to stay the heck out of Nebraska I'm going to, that's another tough place to go to, because they ain't got woods. There's nothing but cornfields and farming land. And I slept in a few cornfields in the state of Ohio and Nebraska. And if you want to ask me how I hitchhiked to Nebraska and Ohio, they'll call the police in Ohio and the heartbeat is straight her thumb out. But, and this is starting a 20-minute deal with me rambling. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. As you guys know, this is Durango. I'm going to spend the night here. Hopefully just get some clothes. Took a shower and all that, so I'm feeling pretty good. This is a 20-minute update, 18 seconds. So TikTok and YouTube, I'm out there. If you guys wish to buy me a cup of coffee, TikTok, you can't click on it. I don't know why. I was unable to get that app up there. Or the link up there for some reason there like I wanted to. You can find it in my bio. It has my Cash App username. If you guys feel like buying me a cup of coffee, you'd greatly appreciate it. I do love my coffee. It keeps me going. And I did buy instant with some of the money I had. Another thing, it is clickable on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to click on those that have Cash App, it'd be greatly appreciated. Plus, I do more than just buy coffee. It kind of keeps with the supplies, the food, and whatnot that I might need for the trip. But anyways, I'll Oh, and also, I'm working on a video about the trip. I can't upload it. I'm not going to upload it until I get the SD Mountain Man. I'm going to try to get him involved with the last part of the video. And if it's on Friday, he likes to do it Fired Up Fridays, but I don't know yet how that's going to work, because I may not get there on Friday, who knows. That might be a Fired Up Monday. It'll be my idea to fire it up. I've never done one of those videos. But anyways, I'm out there. I'm rambling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye TikTok, bye YouTube. Thanks for the support, folks. Well, hello, folks. This is Scott. I'm still in Durango, and this is day 5. I spent the night here. I might have to spend there tonight because if I start now, it's going to be really late. It's almost 4 o'clock. But I got some stuff done. I was able to take a shower yesterday. I was not able to find a change of clothes anywhere in my size. Everybody seems to be small around here. People donating are small. And it's women and children mostly from what I saw. But I was able to get something hot to eat. More food from my bag. All kinds of good stuff. Tuna fish in a package instead of a can. I almost wish they had Spam. But some dried fruit and stuff like that. And I still got food in my bag from the last time I bought food and was given food by another place over in Flagstaff. So I still got that food too. But I got more than junk food these days. I got 2 things of peanut butter. Was another fine bread, but who cares? And I'm pretty sure I got melted chocolate in my bag, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. The bag itself, an update on that, is starting to fall apart. I'm hoping it makes it to South Dakota. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I mentioned that in an update. That's already on here. This video was for when I finally do meet SD Mountain Man. And we'll do a video together on here. And that's how I'll end this particular video. And I realize I keep on saying see you on the next one, because I keep on going to the next one doing the video, which is all going to be one video when I get it together. But anyways, I got 1,000, I think, 16 miles, and that's driving distance. Which walking distance is the same. They say I have 300 something hours of walking distance, but who knows? I'll stick with the driving distance if I'm walking it, or hitchhiking. So, as you know, I lost my directions, but I wrote down some more directions. And this time I just put from Durango to Sioux Falls. Of course, I had to take Highway East 160 to Washington, and then I got East 10, and that's a road, it's not even a highway. And then that takes me to the Janta. I had to ask to pronounce it. I tried to get someone to pronounce it for me, he didn't know either. The guy who took me to South Dakota. And then I jump on highway, and then I go east on 50, is what I'm doing. East. I've just been putting highway east 50 for my directions. And that goes into, jumps on the highway 385 going north. And I'll be on that one for a while, and it goes into Nebraska. And as much as, and I don't want to go through Nebraska, because I never had much luck in Nebraska, but sleep in cornfields low. I might get a couple rides there and there, hopefully I'll get more. Nebraska was a tough one the last time I went through it. But anyways, that will take me to East 30, which I stay on that until I'm into North Dakota. And then I switch over to highway, go bump right into this highway, North Highway 77. And that'll take me directly to Sioux Falls. And as the mountain man says, once I get closer and closer, just let him know he'll come pick me up. So I may not have to walk the whole way to Sioux Falls. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm going to add more to this because there's things going on here in town. It's supposed to be something going on in the park at 4:30, music or something. So we'll check that out. So this video here is not over. And I rather keep on saying see you guys on the next one, because I'm going to say it again. But it's all going to be one video. You'll hear me several times. I'll see you on the next one. See you on the next one. It's just I cannot run a phone for however long it's going to take me to get to South Dakota. But you guys know that. I'm just sitting here in the labor charging things. But yeah, I might spend there tonight. I might have to look for another place to spend the night at. I about killed myself coming down with a spot. It was up a hill. I didn't realize I had a highway above me. Everything else was, it was a comfortable spot. Once I got the trash out, these people are trashy. Once I cleared all that trash out and got out of my way, I made it to a comfortable spot. It wasn't bad. But that's the most sleep I've had outside in a while. I slept until like,
Well, I think I woke up, it was kind of daylight, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to sleep, so I'm not going on. Nobody's, I don't have to worry about being caught up here, really, unless someone takes that pathway up. And I didn't really have no problems getting up. Those are getting down. I stood on a rock and actually fell on my butt. I'm pretty sure people saw me because by then the traffic was good going. But I finally got down off there, so I'm not going to go up there again and take my chance. I just had to figure it out from there. But I'll see you guys on the next one. There we go. You can see you on the next one. Oh, and I keep on saying this too. If you want to buy me coffee, I have my Cash App. My username for Cash App attached to this YouTube channel. Just click on it. What you call it? TikTok. You guys can't do that. It's there on my bio. I don't know how I get you to click on it. I tried and tried. I'm not that good with technology. It's there, but that's my Cash App name. So you got Cash App. This type of my Cash App name. I keep on saying coffee, but it goes towards food and other things too. They'll give you along the way. But mostly coffee, because I do like my coffee. And I do have instant coffee in my bag now. Just gotta get hot water every now and then, or hot water somehow or another. But I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm rambling now.
Oh, you're gonna watch some music. folks, this is Scott, Life of the Traveler. I almost forgot to do a day 6 video. I think we're on day 6. But anyways, I'm out here by 160 at some gas station. Got a $4 minimum. Just use my card, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, and Pat Joram and SD Mountain Man, thanks for putting that money in my cash card. But anyways, I'm going east right now on 160. I don't know, about 4 or 5 miles outside Durango. Not had much luck to ride. I've walked with my thumb out to this plane, walking, staying in a few spots for a break, and throw my thumb out. And so far, nobody wants to get a ride, so I'll just continue to walk till I'm somewhere, until I get a ride. Basically how that works. But I'll see you guys on the next one. And there might be more to this. Well, hey folks, this is Scott, Life of the Traveler. You're not going to believe this one. Today, I mentioned that I don't run on day 6 no more. I'm not quit saying days, I lost track. But anyways, I'm outside. Well, no, I'm in some other town besides the one I was in. I think we're here now. I'm tired of Durango. But I saw a truck driver, and they normally don't give rides. So I stuck on my thumb, did that number, smiled at, and I expected them to pull over. Guess who pulled over? I'll show you. I got right off this thing. We're still heading to Nebraska. And the part he's heading is going to get me closer to South Dakota. This is actually kind of cool. And we're blocking, but I know truck drivers say that, but we're blocking that. But yeah, he didn't mind picking me up. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'll get you guys on the next one. Well, this morning we stopped at a rest stop and got some rest. He's still in bed. I woke up myself. I've been up for a few hours. I sat in the front seat with the seat leaning back. I forget the noise. Hold on a minute. But anyways, I'm not sure how much further we are away from Nebraska. I still think we got a few hours. He couldn't drive nor he was tired. His name's Josh. Seems like a cool guy. We've been talking. We've hit it off pretty well, so there's no telling what's going on. I've eaten pizza and drank a lot of Mountain Dew, so I'm not too with it, more or less. I'm running off caffeine here. So once we cross the Nebraska line, we'll stop in wherever town he's going to with that truck. And he's actually from North Carolina. That's where he's going to next. He repossessed a truck. Somebody wasn't paying for it, so he did it for a friend. That's what he does for a living. Other than that, there's really nothing to report. I mean, I got a new shirt. I got that outside the Triangle at a Goodwill store. I couldn't afford the shirt and the pants at the same time, so I'm still wearing the same pants. I spilled pop and fruit juice on them. They look horrible, but oh well. It is what it is. I feel much better with the shirt on though. So, like I said, once I get there, I'll let you guys know how much rug I got. I don't have a regular atlas and directions. I wrote down was almost as bad as Google Maps. I looked at the map wrong. And plus now we're taking a whole different direction. So I gotta find me a Nebraska state map. You guys know the state maps are free, so I just gotta find a welcome center somewhere. We'll go from there. But I'll see you guys on the next one. To a place, a truck stop, but there was like a Thunder Road Grill. It says right up there as I was looking at it. He went 100 miles out of his way to get me here. I believe I'm 200 something miles away from my final destination. This whole thing. Probably SD Mountain Man, but I gotta get to Sioux Falls before I get there. I know I gotta make a left. I cannot find a map Nebraska. It's Sunday, so there ain't gonna be no visitor center open. They didn't have nothing. I just kind of peeked through that map and came back out here. I got to take 281. I'm seeing some road that will eventually just take right to Sioux Falls. So right now I don't have Wi-Fi, so I got to look for Wi-Fi too. So that's pretty much what's going on. So I was just sitting here until about 4. So I'll get back with you guys. Alright folks, I would say good morning, but I didn't do a video first thing in the morning like I usually do. So we're out here. I'm by a highway doing my best to get a ride. 281 going north. And then after that, I might have to bump into the interstate and we'll go from there. I'm gonna turn around and see what we got going on here. I'm actually facing the wrong direction here. But look at all that. Kind of nice not seeing cornfields. I am in the state of Nebraska. 200 plus miles away from where I need to be. And this is kind of a lonely highway I picked. Not that big of a deal. Lost my shoulder, so I've been walking on this. This was a 4-lane highway. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. This is Scott, Life of a Traveler. Well, hello, this is Scott with Life of a Traveler. Well, kind of wet out here. It did rain, had to use my tarp to stay dry. This weather means I got in Nebraska is just gone south on me. Not that big with dust. The mountain men said they're having some weather over there. But I'm gonna turn around and kind of give you clues to where I'm at. I didn't sleep underneath here because there's a road right there. If it's been further away from the road, I probably would have. Maybe. I mean, there's lots of bird shit in there too, so I mean, I have got up in here. I think the cleanest table may have been actually that table. I looked at it, but this table was kind of disgusting. But anyways, I basically, daylight I'm starting to notice things, but behind that building and those trees is kind of where I slept. There's like that big old building right there. But there's also a house, so I had to be careful getting out of there. But anyways, I had to go back that way, find my way back towards 81. This park's right at the end of town. So I walked over here to ask the lady at the truck stop. Truck stop wasn't 24 hours, and didn't have no showers or nothing like that. I sat there until 10. I didn't see hours for it, but apparently they were open until 10. She went and got me and said, at first when I got him, she goes, you can hang out as long as you want. And I thought, cool. And I asked her, like, there any woods you know where I can hide out at? Because I'm seeing nothing but fields and cornfields. And she goes, we do have a city park, but you're going to have to walk towards the end of town. It's only like a few blocks, so not much of a town. Small town, Nebraska. So, as you can see, kind of foggy. It's warm. I'm wearing my, which is warm. That's got my phone and my wallet and stuff in there. I don't want to put stuff in my pants pocket and end up getting wet myself with that stuff. So I'm actually going to head towards the truck stop. I'm doing pretty good money thanks to people that give me rides. Last guy gave me a 20, another guy gave me 15 or something. I don't remember how much I got now. I think I got $30 in my name through my rides. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here before I start rambling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hello folks, this is Scott, Life of a Traveler. Well, we're about, I'm guessing, 50 miles away from South Dakota. I'm gonna turn around, I want to show you something. I'm in Norfolk. I keep wanting to say Virginia, we're not in Virginia. Norfolk, Nebraska. I think in Virginia it's called Norfolk, according to the locals. So there sounds like no, well, I'm not gonna say it on my YouTube channel. But that's what it sounds like. But check this out. I'm actually outside the town. I got dropped off at that truck stop right there, which ain't really a truck stop. I mean, it is. There are no showers connected to them. Seems like every truck stop I've gone to. And let me tell you something. Maps are getting hard to find. Like a road atlas. But the town's bigger. The town's actually that way. But my last ride got me to that town, thankfully. Otherwise, I'd still be back there. So, but back to the road atlas. The phones are taking over. Technology's taking over. So it's getting hard to find a road atlas. I've been inside gas stations, small truck stops, can't find one. The last big truck stop I was at was to that one guy. He paid for my shower, made sure I ate, but I didn't have the money for the road atlas, so I wasn't going to bug for road atlas. So I have to go that way. I'll see you guys on the next one. Well, hello, this is Scott with Life of a Traveler. Well, it was an interesting night and morning. It did have a downpour. So I kind of got wet. I do mean this kind of. Wet enough that I got stuff hanging. My blanket's hanging on a clothing line that I made out here. The highway's back that direction. I'll show you around here in a minute, but it's back that direction. there was a bridge back that direction. I'm just gonna turn around. A bridge back that direction. And it looked like a good bridge to sleep under, but there was a house not too far away. I was afraid they'd call the cops. You know, people are in small towns sometimes. Well, the town I passed through was actually a decent sized town, Norfolk, and that was my last ride. I walked from that particular gas station. I want to say truck stop. They didn't have parking for trucks, but they didn't have no showers or nothing like that. Stopped, ate something and whatnot, but there we go. Until I got things rigged up. I had paracord. But they kind of forgot I had it. And I was trying to hang it in the trees here, but I'm trying to be careful because I don't want the whole row of these trees you can see. I'm on someone's farmland. Like I said, the highway's right there. Or even right there, I haven't go out yet. All the grass looks the same length, so my legs are just gonna get wet no matter what I do. Upper half of my body's great. As you can see. Nothing but farmland. So, that's Nebraska for you. I have slept in the cornfields before my last time out here. I hope never to go through Nebraska again. It's been a tough state to get out of, to quite honestly. I've caught rides, but on this stretch I had a hell of a time. There's a building right there, I can see it. Saw it going inside here, so I may not take that way. Don't need too many questions, so I just may go out that way. But yeah, it's not bad out here. I mean, besides getting kind of wet. I was going to sleep in those trees, but everything was like a lumpy bed, and it dipped down. I actually got a little bit of a puddle right there. Wasn't expecting that. But everything was already smashed down here from the water or animals, so this is where I chose because the grass was already smashed down. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get back at it. I'll see you on the next one. Alright, folks, real quick. I made it. You're not going to believe who's sitting in front of me or standing. Hey, hi.
Howdy, everyone. It's Steve Man.
I'm sure we'll do something to go on one of his videos.
Oh, definitely.
And we'll get my phone charged up and we'll do something on mine too. Well, hello, folks. Good evening, actually. This is Scott with Life of the Traveler. I'm in a campground. I'm actually redoing the video. I made a video earlier this morning, but it was kind of raining on me, so I made a custom though for that one. It's been raining for days ever since I hit Nebraska. I mean, rain. I realize it's part of the adventure, but it's kind of tiresome. It's every day. It finally stopped a few hours ago. It's misted off and on. And I think it's supposed to stay stopped. I'm hoping. But anyways, I'm going to turn around and show you where I'm at. Now, I'm at SD Mountain, man. That was covering wood. I'm out of wood, so I've just been scrounging around the woods collecting stuff, which is kind of where that came from. I'm going to be roasting hot dogs there. Now, I'm trying to ride on SD Mountain Man, but I don't know if he's showing up. If he don't show up today, he'll show up tomorrow. But I'm going to go pick this up right here and throw it in the fire. I'm going to bring a little bit out to it. Get that underneath there like that. I've had to restart this fire just by blowing on it a couple of times. I've used most of the wood just trying to keep it started. I used all the lighter fluid this morning trying to get it going. And then I got the briar dough to drag the coals out there, which about pitted out, so I had to blow on it because they have a lip. And I couldn't drag that out. And I about messed up. And I may have to blow it on again by the time I'm done. I really don't need a fire to roast hot dogs, but that was covering wood. It's covering charcoal, which I have in a trash bag, because the bag came open on the bottom and I got charcoal everywhere. So I went through that. As you can see, now don't worry, folks, he's going to show back up. I don't know if his wife is or not. Both friendly people. I'm starting to wish I kept my silky. I didn't think I need it. But I've broken off stuff before, but some of this stuff's tough to break. So I've been kind of breaking the rules as far as collecting wood, as far as I know. Even though he saw me, I was on the lawnmower, he didn't say nothing. So anyways, that's his coffee perk there, so I actually had real coffee. I probably ought to warm it back up so I can drink some more. But there's some of the things I've been doing. I just collected some stuff because I was wanting to show him something. Want to show him how to tie arbor knots. That's a mulberry tree. Look at that. So that's cool. Caffeine. This is my old backpack. I was putting my knees on it, keep my knees clean. So I might keep that just for that. Old t-shirt. Fly, of course. This right here, you guys know what that is. That could be turned to a bird's nest. And I kind of did. There's something, and you can eat the inside of the seeds of these. That's something else I'm wanting to show them. So I'll show you where I got that at. I believe this is a cedar tree I'm looking at. Let me, well, it's mixed in with other trees, so it's kind of hard to see. I think that off there might be a cedar tree. Looks like it. But as you can see, all this is wet. That's dry because I've had it in the sun, but I also threw it near the fire. But as you can see, if you have a 90-degree spine, it'll make it even faster, but you can pull it off like this. Let me get it on the phone here. Look at that. You get a bunch of that and get it dry, you can strike that with a ferro rod. So that's great to know. Sharing the fire poker belonged to him. I just been sitting there off and on. The sun's finally starting to show. The tent. There's water around, so we put this close to camp. Or he did. Hung it from a tree. It's one of those type of things. Trash, of course. There's woods in there. I picked up some sticks inside there a minute ago. And if I had a saw, there's some good stuff down in there. It's dead, but for that, I can't break it. I might go back down there and try again. Here's the tent. I kind of show you around, but it started raining on me before I got everything in there, so I just threw everything in there. So that's pretty messy in there. Got me a sleep mat now. He had extra stuff, and he asked me if I needed stuff, and I told him I needed. But this tent's not too bad. I don't like this part of it. I understand the concept of it, but there was water standing in it. Another thing I'm not liking, every time you open this, it goes in there and it will get water. Otherwise, place when you do it, but it's not a big deal. There was no leaks in the corners or nothing. I've had tents that do that, and it rained all night. And not once did I get besides that puddle right there, and I finally discovered how that was happening. Every time I was in, not during the rain, it happened with that door. But I got it open right now. That's the rain fly, which if you leave that open, it'll protect that. It's plastic will. You just stake it out like that. Both sides are like that. All four corners of the tent are like this. Not last night, but the night before last, I was still in Nebraska under a 6x8 tarp in a field. And I didn't sleep in the best of spots. So my blanket, I'm doing my best to get dry that's not drying. So I may have to ask him if I can trade the... He gave me a moving, or was let me borrow it, but I'm gonna say if he'll let me have it. One of those, moving covers, what I want to call them. Blanket that they use for moving. And there. So this blanket's kind of been through it. It came from Target. Well, it came from somewhere. I think I got it at Goodwill, but the tag said Target. And it's not wanting to dry. It's not even 100% cotton. But it's not wanting to dry. But anyhows, and there's other stuff here. I got a neighbor back that way. Got a neighbor there. I'm getting some more neighbors this way. It's Thursday, I believe. Friday's the last night for this. And you can see where the mud splattered. And that's basically where my mat's at. I didn't have any problems. So it's a good tent. But I'm just more of a tarp person. Might go with the bigger tarp. And some other things. Most of you guys should know what this is. You can eat it. You can put it on a wound, chew it up, spit it out, and put it on your wound with your saliva. or have water handy, whichever. That looks like a dandelion leaf, but I ain't swearing nothing. That's definitely broadleaf plantain there, same there. I saw one where the bugs didn't get it. I don't know if he knows. He probably does. We had last night, he forgot the seasoning, but he brought canned carrots to canned potatoes and burger meat. We wrapped it in foil. Now, he did a better job wrapping than I did, but it wasn't bad. All you're doing is steaming that burger with whatever you put in there. And you steam it until it's done. But anyways, folks, I'm going to get out of here. When he comes, we'll do something together, and that's how I went in this particular video. So I'll see you.
Record video.
Alright guys, as promised, I got SD Mountain Man, if I can remember his name. SD Mountain Man. Boy, I feel stupid. I knew it a minute ago. But anyways, we're together now. We're going to do something together.
We're going to do Friday. We're doing the drawing. Here, hold on. We're doing the drawing for the Super Clean giveaway. So.
Alright. I'm going to try to use this ferro rod and that. You guys know me, so here we go.
He used the pack pal that Dally gave me and shaved up some shavings. Got the numbers in there, the names. Oh.
There we go. And we got it.
Let there be fire.
So this is the Fire Up Friday. We were going to do it over there, but I forgot about the Fire Up Friday. And guess who started the fire?
So behind us, we got the fire going for supper and still kind of thawing
some chicken.
There we go.
And so there we go.
More 511. I'm not sure what that ferro rod is. Sorry, Nathan. It's a full star or something, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, let me not catch me on fire. Here's your knife. Where's your shoes? There it is. But yeah, we're about to do a drawing. Here's the name I pick. It does not say what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a 3-pack of them things and just stuck one on a more just as
well, it's been a while since I've had that having a ferro rod. I like that. Oops, sorry. I'm kicking his stand here. But here's something that's cool. I have to get one. Where you guys at? It's basically a small cheese grater is what it is, but I'll scrape and flour the fat wood here. And don't scrape the edge. Scrape the bottom like that, like you would cheese, and there you go. Fill it up pretty fast once I figure that out. So I guess we'll do this drawing.
Shalisa, thank you for the fat wood. I believe that's your fat wood. Like
cool.
Most of the time. Thank you, Shalisa. Appreciate it.
And then this is going to end my hitchhiking video. I'll try to do a better job of getting rides on there too. But I have told my rides about my channel, which is kind of hard to find. What did we do? The passing through.
What I figured out. What I figured out was, I will put his.
Who do we have here? Who do we have?
Passing through J3Q or K. I'll put the link in there.
We have old school
of the modern twist. Old school of the modern twist. James, you won, buddy. Great job. You won, James.
That's sure. There we go.
Excellent. That's great winner. All great winners. But anyway, yeah. James on Old School Modern Twist. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. I'll go ahead and send me an email, or I can send you a text too. I think
I'm gonna move this back.
But
excuse the hands, guys.
Whatnot, I'll send that into Super Clean, and they'll send you out the spray bottle and the aerosol can. So yeah. Do that, get a hold of me some way or another, or I'll get a hold of you, and then get your address and whatnot, and I'll turn it over to them. Being the weekend, it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday by the time they send something out, but good job.
Well, we'll both be on this phone and that phone.
Let's
but yeah,
great to meet you, buddy.
Man. Yeah, you too.
Been a good time.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I had to switch spots. They had me at number 5, which showed that better than here, I think, except for the fire pit. This fire pit's better. But I found out they had switched spots, so I'm in number 7, I believe. But I got electric over here, so I can charge my phone.
That one over there is yeah, it's just a tent only, and the fire pit has really beat the snot. But
Yeah, it had lip on there. I couldn't scrape all the coals
Yep.
out like I wanted to. This one you can.
But no, we'll get him back to civilization tomorrow, so
Rats.
he can, so he can download some stuff and whatnot. But anyway, yeah.
And guys, that's going to end this hitchhiking video. I tried better because I'm still hitchhiking. I'm a hitchhiker in North Dakota. And I will try to do a better job of getting my rides on the phone too. And hopefully they'll agree with it. That's my problem. I get nervous by asking people if they want to be in the video with me. And they start already doing YouTube themselves. So, but that's how I'm going to end this video. So this is Scott with Life of the Traveler. This is
SD Mountain Man.
SD Mountain Man, because of my phone, I guess. But anyways, I'm out here, folks.
Take
See you
care,
guys
buddy.
on the next one.